going on, y'all? So today we have a 2015 C300 and it smells like gas. And the reason why, because there's a gas leak in the engine bay area, and I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys what we got to do in order to relieve this gas leak for Mercedes Benz without going to the dealer. Let's go. So once you open up the hood and you turn the car on, turn it off, if you look here, if you look in here when the light turns on, you'll see that it's wet, and you'll be able to smell the gas right in that area. So now, in order to fix it, what you need to do is first pop off this, which you're gonna need to put one hand here, one here, and it's not easy, but you have to pop it off. And after that, then you're gonna need to get you a torque set, because in order to get to it, you're gonna need a T30 and a T45. Now, in order to actually get to the gas leak, which is down here, this here shield, which covers the high pressure fuel pump on the motor, needs to come off. But in order to get this off, you have to go ahead and remove this here with the T30, and it's going to be a bolt right here, which T30 will be able to take off. And I did another T30. Where is it? Bam, right there. So two on this side, then you're able to lift up. And then after that, you need to get the T45. The T45, and you're gonna take out four bolts that actually hold this housing, which is gonna be one here, one there, and now two hard to get ones in the back of the actual shield. And you'll be able to get to the back with the T30 and a ratchet. You just have to be very careful not to drop the ratchet down there. Let me take the shield off so I can show you exactly. Oh, and after you go ahead and take off the four bolts, you'll need to pull this here back towards the front of the car, and then it comes off. So I'll show you. Take my gloves off, my dirty gloves. So in order to take this off, you need to pull it this way, and that's how you take the clip off. So now I'm going to show you the very, very hard to get bolts. So this will be on a car like so. This one and this one is very easy, but now there's two bolts behind the motor that need to come off, and they're the T45s. Now you'll be able to see that there is a rubber fuel line that goes to your high pressure fuel pump, and ours, if you can see, it's actually cracking. So, you know, with it cracking, it's squirting out. And now, as soon as you go ahead and take off this with a flathead, and then it runs down to the side of the motor down, and you can get to the other flathead as well. And in order to do so, you would have to take off the bottom cover that's underneath the car, and once you drop the bottom cover, then you have to take off the other bottom cover that's underneath the transmission. Once you take the one off the transmission, then you're able to get a look from this angle to see exactly where the hose is. Now, after jacking up the car, I was able to go ahead and remove the plastic piece that was underneath the cover, underneath the motor, and underneath the transmission, which motor plastic there, transmission plastic there, and all the 8mm bolts right there that you need in order to remove those plastics. I would suggest use a drill, because man, it takes some time since it's so much. And now you'll be able to see the hose that we're looking for. Now give me a second so I can remember where exactly the hose is. Jackpot, found it. Is the flashlight on? No, it's not on. I'll come back with the flashlight. Bam. Now we're back. So now the hose that you're looking for is the one right here. So now after you take this, which will be a flathead screwdriver, you loosen that one right there, and then you'll be able to loosen that strap, pull the hose up, and remove it, and you will be free from that. And I would suggest take this hose off, take it to Advanced Auto Parts so they can size it, and they can actually cut a pre-existing roll of fuel line and then give you one for very, very cheap. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and find out the prices so I can help you guys out. Man, you guys, so I just found out a gem. So check me out. So see how it looks like it's a flathead, but that is actual 6mm socket bolt. So you don't have to use a flathead in order to get that off. Why is that a major gem? Because it's gonna take some time doing it with a flathead. Yes, you can do it, but man, the flathead goes ahead and moves this way and it comes out when you're twisting it. But a 6mm socket will go ahead and take it out, and it'll be forever on there. And plus, if you get it on a drill, oh man, it takes seconds to do this job. So just a little gem, you guys. So how I'm gonna get at it with a drill, I have my drill upside down. And come to find out, there's another strap on there, and the other strap is a 1/4. So you have one here and you have one there as well for the same hose. 1/4 for the top one, 6 for the actual bottom one for the top. Now let's see, pull it out. Please pull out, but don't have gas all on my hands. That thing look wet too. Ugh. And we're out. Now I will advise you guys, you know, this car was actually off since yesterday night, so this most likely gonna have a lot of pressure in these lines. So please be advised, yours is probably gonna have a lot more gas coming out. Use some really thick gloves in order to do this part, so that you don't have mechanic hands like me. So the bottom one is a 7mm socket or a flathead. Me personally looking at it, you would be able to get that with the 7mm ratchet and a ratchet, 7mm socket and a ratchet, but I'm gonna do it the quicker way. I had to make some stuff, so in order to get it, I had to use 7mm, a bit that for the drill to sockets, and then another bit, a 90-degree angle, a 90-degree angle bit for the drill, and then another bit in order to get you some more extension to get it up there. And I'll show you guys how that looks right now. So now this is how it all looks when put together in order to get out the faster way. But remember, you do not, if you don't have a drill, you don't have this extension, you can clearly get it with a flat head first and foremost, second and foremost with a 6-7 millimeter ratchet. You'll be able to get it. So you do not have to have these special tools in order to get this job done. Once you loosen that clamp on the bottom hose, in order to get the hose off, I was trying to like pull it upwards, but I wasn't able to. So I just got my finger and caught the bottom of the hose and I just pushed it up. And yes, I was trying to prevent gas from getting on me, but sure enough, that gas came down and it fell on me. So I'm gonna go to Advance to size up the hose, and I'm gonna be smelling like gas the rest of the day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Cheat sheet, because I don't remember how stuff go sometimes. So what I would do, I would take a video of how the hoses actually ran before I yank it out and forget where it's gonna go. Because once you take it out and come back with another one, we're gonna need to know exactly how to put the new one back on. So this is my video of me seeing that this hose goes underneath the high pressure fuel pump and comes out through the back right there, and it goes down to the actual lower part. And now you can see that the hose is pretty much cracked up. And now we take this hose to Advanced Auto Parts so they can cut this exact length so I can have a normal one. Now we're at Advanced Auto Parts and I want to take you to the back. So you would ask the peoples at the counter, hey, I have a fuel line and I want to cut the exact size. Then they will take you to the back where all their hoses are, and they will find a line that's exactly the same size as your line, and then they would actually get this cutter. They would get this cutter and actually cut the exact size that you need. And then after that, take you to the cash register and give you a price for that hose. And the crazy thing about it, the price will be very, very cheap compared to the dealership. I promise you won't spend about 20 bucks for this hose. Let's find out. So now I got reamed out at the cash register and the hose costs about 4 bucks. So if you went to a Mercedes dealership to get this done, you'll be staring an arm and a leg. But looking at my videos, 4 bucks, call it a day. So now, my gas line actually had this shield over it. I don't know what it's called, but had it over it. So I took it off of the old one and I put it onto the new one. And now I'm gonna go ahead and fish this into here like so. Exactly how it was. And now I'm going through the back. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put the strap on there so I don't have to do it at the bottom. So after I fish the tube, the gas line underneath the fuel pump, I brought it back up and then I put the strap on, and then I push it back down so I can put it at the bottom, and then I went ahead and put one of them on the tops. So now I'm going to push this one down here, all the way down underneath those two hoses, towards, I guess, closer towards the motor, the back of the motor. And after that, I'm gonna go underneath the actual car so I can put it onto the actual fuel line, but the metal side of the actual fuel line. So then after that, we'll be able to strap them up. So now I want to move this strap in the actual position, turn it to the actual position that I know I will be most beneficial for when I bring the tools in here, so I can get on there. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead and push it in. There we go. So now, make sure my strap is in a good position that I can get it at. Probably have to twist this whole line from the top. Now, I went ahead and made sure I put both straps on. Push the top in first before I went ahead and tighten the bottom one at the below the motor. And now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten up these first, and then hit the bottom. Now, if you're gonna go ahead and tighten these straps with a drill, I want you to understand, I want you to be very careful, because the power that the drill has versus how much power that the straps need is a big difference. So when I'm strapping mine, I'm just gonna, as soon as I feel a little tightness, and I'm telling you, I'm not even pressing the button hard. You understand? Because it doesn't need a lot. One thing I would say, keep tightening it until this here does not turn. Because if it can turn, that means it's too loose. Now, I plug the connector in and turn the car on, just to ensure that we have no leaks coming from here. And going towards the bottom of the car. And now we are good to go. So now it's time to go ahead and put everything back. So put this rubber piece on first. To the side. Put the metal piece on. go for your two bigger bolts for the actual cover. Put a hand tight on this one and put a hand tight on this one here. And the reason why I'm going to go these two first is so that the back ones we know for a fact are to the best, are actually lined up. Because if you line these up here and get them in, then the back ones are going to be for certain lined up as well. So now we go ahead and get the bolts for the back ones. So I'm gonna wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it around. And I'm going a lot in just to ensure that I know for a fact that the threads are good, because you do not want to strip those back ones. Even though, to be honest with you, I personally don't think it'll kill you. These back ones don't go on, but hey, if the dealer have them on, I'm gonna put them on. Don't want to be one of those type of mechanics. And plus, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in by hand as much as I can, because remember, we don't have a lot of room to get the ratchet behind there. So the closer it is, the better. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it, and this is what I'm using to actually tighten it. How I'm coming at it, I'm gonna drop this in here first. And then I'm gonna put the socket, the T socket in there. I'm gonna use two hands, so let me place the camera right here. I'm trying to get my other hand in there. One second, you guys. I'm blocking you guys. I need my other hand to actually guide it into the actual place. And now I can go ahead, get the ratchet in there. I'm only getting like a few strokes. But hey, a few strokes are better than no strokes. And I was able to use my hand, my other hand, to actually guide this one in as well and tighten it. Now here's the best part, my drill can come back. Get those smaller bolts and put them where they need to be. There's another one right there. Down. Now I'll put the engine cover back on. go underneath the car so we can put the transmission cover back on. So now I end up putting 2 screws in my hand. Lift this up, find the brackets, find where they're gonna go. Go straight up. Put 1 screw on the driver's side, 1 screw on the passenger side, the middle, and now hold it. Then I'll go ahead and put the rest on the hand. Princess. And then I'll put the rest on my hand and hit it with the drill. So on doing the transmission, I didn't do these because I believe the engine cover goes on first and then those screws go on, which we're gonna see now. So now I put 3 in my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up. Put 1 to the center, and the center back, 1 to the center front, and now it holds up. And then I'll put the rest in by hand. So now we're done with the video. I want you guys to do me a favor in order to help you guys out some more. Help me help you. Like, subscribe, and comment. I want to know, do you like how I cut this video? You know, so it was like not so long, but it was a little bit detailed. Let me know. And if there's any other way that I can improve my videos to make sure that it's best for you guys. Because, you know, I do these videos for you. I want to make sure that you're happy. Like, subscribe, and let me know down in the comments. God bless. Amen.